Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Wrestling Paradox Podcast. We are here.
Do you have that fungus too?
I do. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the first night of Fighter Fest was covered on episode 12, our dozen. So tonight is the Baker dozen, number 13. Night one of Great American Bash. Wow, totally
Gab.
that one. Gab. I feel like I was watching an episode of Jeopardy. You win a car. You win a car. Everybody win cars. I don't get the cars. It didn't make sense to me. I had to go back
I
and
said
watch.
that too.
I watched an old Great American Bash just to see if there were cars. There was no cars. So don't do what I did. Now, however, the one thing, there were ups and downs to each show. Last time we focused on episode 12, we focused on Fighter Fest night one. This is episode 13. We are focusing on Great American Bash only, episode 1, night 1. This is how, Chris, if you're doing a pay-per-view, a free pay-per-view, this is how you do it. This is the positive side of NXT here. They did it limited commercials. I like that. I don't think they had many commercials. They had like one or two commercials during the break, but their main event was commercial free. That's
you're not going to have commercials. You're not going to have commercials if there's only 4 or 5 matches on the card.
Okay, so this is negatives and positives. We're taking the good with the bad, Chris. We're taking the good with the bad.
When you have 5 or 6 promos and 4 or 5 matches, I mean, you don't need commercials.
Well, they opened up with one of their better matches that I thought. You had the Fatal 4-Way elimination match to set up for the number 1 contendership. Whoa. I am moving too quick. This is the Wrestling Paradox Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. If you forgot what you're watching, we discussed the Wednesday Night Wars. We have new shows coming at you every Thursday and Sunday. So make sure you guys follow us right here. Like and subscribe this video. Make sure you guys follow us on Twitter at Podcast Paradox. We got shirts up for sale. We're sending out stickers for free with every purchase of a shirt. And Chris, we had our first order. I
saw that.
I fulfilled 6 T-shirt orders this week. They're right off the press, and they are looking mighty fine. Mighty fine. Yeah, you see that? You see that right there? Look at that. Yeah. All right, so
like Vanna White.
Like Vanna White. Make sure you guys follow us on Twitter at Podcast Paradox. Quick shout out CCW. Make sure you guys follow them, CCWFL.
Hey, our boy Alex Ocean had a match.
Dude, a death match. Look, monster.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yo, we'll get into it one night, but I challenged Alex Ocean to a death match through Facebook when I did not like him, and man, I'm so glad he didn't take that match. That guy's a badass, dude. I didn't realize how much of a badass this guy really was.
For him to go up against Eric Ryan in the deathmatch world, that's huge, you know.
Might as well be going up against Nick Gage. Seriously.
Yeah. Dude, MDK, bro. MDK.
Anyway, that's not why we're here. Why we're here is AEW Great American Bash Gab.
Nope, not AEW. It's NXT.
Oh my God, I am just all over the place. These shows run into each other, Chris.
I'm just gonna let you know, if it was AEW and NXT put together, it would be the best wrestling show ever.
Adam Cole versus
Kenny Omega.
I was gonna say Omega. All right, so tonight we're opening up with Tegan Nox versus Mia Yim versus Candice LeRae versus Dakota Kai.
Versus Cobra Kai.
Yes. And I like this match a lot. I thought this was a great match. I thought it told a lot of stories. You had Mia Yim versus Candice LeRae, that story there. You had Dakota Kai and Tegan Nox. That story dates back to War Games. I believe that was last year, or earlier this year, where Dakota Kai turned her back on Tegan Nox and kind of lined herself with Raquel Gonzalez, which I missed my baby tonight. I didn't see you, Raquel. But I'm following you on Twitter. I reached out to you. Please reach back. I want to interview you. What? It's a family show. All right. So there were some good spots in this match. Candice LeRae was the first one eliminated. I did like. There were certain spots I liked and certain spots I didn't like. First of all, Dakota Kai is not a monster. She's not a powerhouse in any way of the form. But to have a double pin on Dakota Kai and she kicks out where like Mia Yim and Tegan Knox were both laying on top of her. She's not powering out of, I'm sorry, the better half of 350 pounds.
Right.
That's not possible. So that kind of niched me a little bit, but you had Kai who rolled up Yen. She got the 3. Yim's eliminated. So we're down to Dakota Kai and Tegan Knox. Over the weeks, I have been a big fan of Tegan Knox. I thought there were some great spots in the match. There was it was like a rolling kind of senton. It was weird. There were some spots. These girls pulled it out, man. These girls pulled it out, and I was very impressed. The chiropractor, I believe it was.
Yes.
That Dakota Kai does. That thing like jars you, man. I was in bed and I was like, oh my God, my neck. But she landed that. But you had Knox with the shiniest wizard getting the win and moving
Shining
on.
Wizard. Shining Wizard.
Shiniest. I replayed it 6 times last night. They called it the shiniest wizard.
Oh, I always thought it's called the Shining Wizard.
It is, but her version is called the shiniest.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a little weird, but I'll take it. So Tegan Knox coming up with the win. I know Kane was very proud sitting at home in his office. I know he was probably watching the match, being that he trained Tegan Knox. So,
we're gonna sponsor.
We have a sponsor. Oh, I thought you were just telling me you want to bang Tegan Knox. I was like, same, bro, same. The
only thing I don't like about it is, if you ever go on YouTube and you pull up old Candice LeRae matches with the molester, Joey Ryan. She's a great wrestler.
She is.
And in an NXT, I don't think they give her the green light to wrestle.
Yeah. She's shine Joey or Johnny.
Right. I just don't. I don't think they give her the green light to wrestle. That kind of sucks. Because she's a damn good wrestler. But if you notice that every woman's like diva or women's match, all the women are small except for Rhea Ripley and Raquel Gonzalez.
Well, that's something I want to get into later when we find the Mia Yim Candice LeRae brawl backstage. So I want to get into that a little bit later. But yes, the height is an issue with this show. I thought both shows had ups and downs. I personally believe Fyter Fest took night 1 between the two. So we'll see what happens next week on.
Did you see the ratings? Did you see the ratings?
I did not. Do you want to give them to me?
Let me find them, but because I don't understand them.
I know Sasha Banks won demographic of the night, that match with her and Io Shirai. So, and I have some bones to pick with that match. I thought it was a great match. I thought both girls put on a hell of a show. But we'll get into that, in here in a minute. When the Rolling Senton, what I wanted to get to with that spot was Dakota Kai was in the corner on her ass, set up kind of like how the stink face would be. And then Tegan Knox does this move where she's running, and you know how Bray Wyatt does the senton thing, like the sit down senton. She kind of did the same thing, and her ass like smacked Dakota Kai in the mouth, and Dakota Kai's neck, like you saw that move.
Yep, dude, I thought she got hurt bad.
Jesus Christ, I was in shock. I was like, oh my God. I had to step back. I'm like, whoa. I rewound it like 3 times, and I'm like, oh my God, like what a spot. But yeah, no, it was definitely a good match. I believe it told great stories with Candice LeRae and Mia Yim both being eliminated not quick, but earlier. And then you get down to Knox and Dakota Kai, and they overall told a great story, which something we don't see in wrestling nowadays is stories being told in the ring. I constantly go back to this match of Batista versus Triple H inside the Hell in a Cell. they told a story in that match, and that match always sticks out in my head because it was such a great match. So here I found it as well. It was a good story all the way through. So I was very satisfied with this match. You know, I'm excited to see what Tegan Knox does. I think she's one that can take off the title. You know, from Io Shirai. I don't like Io Shirai's height. There's a couple bones to pick with her in the ring, and we'll get to that. But I can see Tegan Knox as champion in NXT.
Yeah. So I found the ratings, and night one of NXT's version of the Gab, it had 792,000 viewers. Fighter Fest night one had 748,000.
Wow. AEW is coming up in the ratings, man. It's definitely a ratings war, and it's split right down the middle. This is 2 weeks in a row that AEW or NXT has won. And,
but this is what I don't understand. The demographic is from 18 to 49. Fighter Fest got a 0.29 on the ratings from 18 to 49, to where Great American Bash got a 0.22 in that same demographic. And AEW finished 6th on the ratings list, to where NXT finished 13th. So tell me how that works out.
Yeah, it's a little interesting. I'm wondering if a lot of older people who remember the Great American Bash kind of just tuned in and was like, oh, what the hell? I remember this when I was a kid.
Well, if they're old, they don't have any memory.
They're too busy about their gray hair discount. AARP. Anyway, so that match rated well for me. I give it 3.25 stars for my rating. What about the Thrasher scale? I know you ladies and gentlemen love the Thrasher scale, so give it to us, Chris.
I think you're being too generous for this match.
Really? Really? Yeah. I gave it off the storytelling. I enjoyed it off the storytelling. I was able to follow the story. I was able to understand what was going on. So for me, as a wrestling fan, everybody knows I'm the minority. I'm an idiot when it comes to wrestling. I still think it's real in some spots, and I'm an asshole for that. So what do you give it?
Well, I can tell you there were some big no-nos for me in the match. I think it was when Tegan Knox was against the ropes, and Dakota Kai went to go try to spear her through the ropes, and kind of like spun off of her, and then went to the ground, and pulled her underneath.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh gosh, like it wasn't very good to me.
And like I said, with this pay-per-view, if you want to call it a pay-per-view on a Wednesday night, there was highs and lows throughout each show. There were highs and lows. And of course there's going to be bad spots here and there, man. You're not going to get a perfect night, obviously, you know?
So I think for this match, I gave it about a 3. So it's about a meh.
Yeah, 3.25. I'm right. I didn't go 3.5. I didn't go 3 3/4.
I
went 3 1/4.
Oh, do you know why? Because they're all midgets, so I don't give them that corner star. So they got down.
No, Chris, you're gonna get our show shut down before we ever get it started.
Look, I've had it up to here with midgets. Okay.
I have to control myself right now. I am sober as can be. I have to control myself on certain things, but you know, I like my grass cut that high. I don't know why. All right.
Okay, so
next,
I want to talk about the next. I want to talk about the promo next.
The promo next.
Okay. Damian
Why?
Priest.
Why? Because you're not a fan of him like I am.
No, I like Damian Priest. Just shut up. Okay, so he goes on, talks about Cameron Grimes, but I have one question. Why does Damian Priest sound like the guy that sings Chocolate Rain?
That's the thing. That's amazing. He sounds great. He looks
like,
at Cameron Grimes. I'm sick of
Chocolate Rain.
No, man. No. He sounds great. He sounds like a badass. Dude, let me tell you something. If someone came up to me and said, you can have Stone Cold Steve Austin on your podcast or you can have Damian Priest, a.k.a. Punishment Martinez, I'm taking Punishment Martinez all day long. No one cares about washed up Steven anymore. I want the new school. I want the hardest coming in. I want Damian Priest. The guy, I'm a mark for him. I'm sorry. I'm a mark.
I'll be doing a podcast by myself from now on.
Yo, speaking of Stone Cold, did you hear the podcast of him and MJF? The little bit that's going on, it's like 2 minutes long. of them two shooting on each other.
Yes,
You can't see anything. I shared it on our page on Twitter at Podcast Paradox. Follow us on there. But I shared it on there, and they're so great together. He's like, really, Steven? Really, Steven? He's like, if you lay a finger on me, I'll slap a lawsuit on you. And he's like, oh, slap a lawsuit. You're going to take it out back like old school? No, I'm new school. I love it. Oh, he's great. He's great. So you can have the promo there. Say what you want about Priest. I don't care. The guy is still over in my book, 10 times over every time. But you can have Thatcher versus Oney Larkin because I'm not a fan of Thatcher. I'm a fan of Oney Larkin. I'm not a fan of Thatcher. He's just all they're trying to do is they're just looking at him and be like, hey, be this roughneck, old school wrestler who stretches people. Be Stu Hart of 2020. That's basically what they turned him into.
That's perfect for me. I thought this was a great match. I thought this was a great match. It was an awesome true wrestling match. So many submissions attempted and great technical moves. Thatcher gets the win with the Fujiyama armbar. I love watching Timothy Thatcher and his ruthless aggression.
Now let me ask you a question. If they drop the name Timothy.
No, I can't sue him.
I can't get behind Timothy. Hey, Timothy, your dinner's ready at the table, Timothy. No. Give me Thatcher.
You know why?
Thatcher just sounds badass.
Do you know why that you can't say Timothy? Well, he can't because he's missing the teeth. So Timothy. Someone like Tyson. It'll be too much of a copyright infringement.
Yo, can you have him, Mike Tyson, and Cody Rhodes all in the same room, please? I just want to hear the S battles going back and forth.
He had $3.67 in his pocket.
Yo,
Cody, I'm making fun of you. I'm coming after you.
Whoever made Cody say 67 cents on TV, I'm very disappointed in you. You knew what was coming. You can't do that. Ricky Starks is on TV now.
Yeah, Cody, I want a shot at the title.
He's coming for you, Cody. Yes, Thatcher wins with the armbar. They were stretching the whole match, man. They were just going.
Great match. It was a great match.
It was a good match. Just, no, man. I mean, I don't know. I guess it was a good match. I liked it. I can't get behind Thatcher for some reason. I don't know why I can't get behind him. I just can't. I don't know.
Because you're a closet Matt Riddle fan. That's the reason why.
Fuck Matt Riddle's barefoot ass. Yo, I hate Matt Riddle, dog. I hate him with a passion. He's such a crybaby. And I hope Baron Corbin slaps the dog piss out of him coming up at Extreme Rules.
Did you see that this past weekend that his quote-unquote stalker released photos?
We follow her on Twitter now, sir.
Oh, nice.
Very beautiful woman.
Yes.
Candy something or something like that.
That she released photos and they were kissing in the car and everything like that.
Weird kiss too. It was just like,
yeah.
It was like their lips weren't even touching. You see like all side of this. It was really fucking weird, man. I didn't. But I thought it was a dude.
I thought it was a dude too. From one of the reports I read, that it was a guy.
It's weird. It's weird. So this next match. Oh, where do you give where do you give the Thatcher rating?
3. And first off, my name's not Thatcher, dumbass.
I said, what do you give the Thatcher rating, Thrasher?
Oh, I give it a 3 3/4 stars.
Put me to sleep. No, it didn't put me to sleep. I was just one of those matches. I was like, all right, like it's cool. I get it. Like, all right. I don't know. I might just be that guy. But this next match. Well, hold on.
Sorry, it didn't have a bunch of midgets wrestling.
All right. All right. So next, I told you I'm a fan of Oney Larkin. You know I'm a fan of Oney Larkin. I like Oney Larkin a lot. Him and
you're also a big Max Mini fan too, I bet.
Who?
And Max Mini and
Dink
and Doink.
I'm more of a fan of WeBL and Micro Cole, and if you don't know what we're talking about, go watch the WeLC match. So next we have a killer. It
actually was a killer promo.
It was a killer promo, man. Dude.
I thought it was pretty cool.
Karrion Kross and Scarlett are just They're probably one of the greatest things to happen in NXT in a long time. They could have easily made the jump straight to main roster and had the impact where it is.
Oh, I see what you did there because they came from Impact, so I see what you did there.
Glad you're
I
catching
think
on
Stevie Wonder saw what you did there.
Yeah, daddy. Shout out Bill Alfonso.
Mm.
I reached out to Bill Alfonso. I'm waiting for a reply now. Just so you know. He knows who we are. He knows we exist. I chanted ECW at him, and he looked at me. He's like, "We're not there anymore, pal. We're in CCW." I was like, "Sorry, sir."
Yeah, and during that show, I brought my rape whistle.
Yeah. All right. So, Karrion Kross's interview was very refreshing. Having Karrion Kross in NXT is a very refreshing feeling. Because it's almost like, we see him, but we don't see him a lot. So anytime he's announced for a match, it's kind of like Brock Lesnar almost. When he's announced for a match, you're going to watch. You're going to be like, what's going on right now? What is he going to do next? So we have to get back into Kross in a little bit with an upcoming promo that someone else did. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
We'll get into that.
Yeah. What's something else that Kross is going to do? He's going to go to the back of the line of
No, he's not. No, he is not.
Fucking terrible.
Stop. Wait till we get there, damn it.
If Dusty was still alive, this wouldn't happen.
No, Dusty would have buried him and pushed Gold Dust and his other stupid son to the top. I'm talking to you, Cody Rhodes.
Son of a plumber.
The son of a plumber. Hard time, daddy, hard time. So next we have Rhea Ripley versus Aaliyah and Robbie E, or as known as Robert Stone in this company. Now, here is my issue with this match. I have a couple issues with this match. This is a handicap match that if Ripley loses, she joins the Robert Stone alliance thing that he has. Now, my issue is Robert Stone has a better, and please don't take this wrong, he has a better body than anybody else on that roster right now. The guy is jacked. He's tan. He looks like a wrestler.
Dexter Lumis.
Huh? He's more defined than Dexter Lumis.
You think he's better looking? No way. You're fucking nuts.
No, bro. Robert Stone deserves to be a legitimate. How they made him get in there, he looked like a jackass jumping around.
My biggest problem with it is he was an actual truly good wrestler and decent wrestler in TNA.
He was. I hated the character, but he was a great wrestler in TNA.
Yeah, and if you're gonna have him come out as a boxer, tell me what boxer wears goggles?
Mark Marrow. Oh wait, what? That's the only person I thought of when I saw him. I was like, "Is that Mark Marrow?"
But you know what? For this match, I thought it was supposed to be like a gimmick match or everything like that. It was actually not a bad match.
It wasn't, but it was ass backwards. So what should have happened was you had the match start with Robert Stone. That was the worst part. You make Robert Stone stand on the outside
and not get touched.
And make Rhea Ripley get to him. And then that's the big payoff of beating Robert Stone's ass. Now, you start the match with Robert Stone. He takes a hell of a bump, a hell of a flop. He looks good doing it, even though it's a joke. And you can tell in his mind, he's like, I know I look like a jackass, but they're paying me, so I just got to do what I have to do. Right. And he knows he's got more eyes on him than he ever had in TNA.
Right.
So the match was kind of ass backwards. You're supposed to have Aaliyah and Ripley go back and forth, have Robert Stone interfere here and there, and then at the very end, that's when Rhea Ripley gets her hands on Robert Stone. Boom, 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 makes him tap. However, how she finished the match was very good. The double prism trap on both of them at the same time looked great. That's how the match should have ended. My problem was how the match started. That was my issue. Again, the match was ass backwards, but they fought through it. They got through it, and it turned out to be a pretty okay match. I mean, Rhea Ripley is becoming this monster again. They did not want to take the title off her, but with COVID coming up, they knew COVID was around the corner. They didn't. They knew she had to go back to Australia at some point, but they didn't know when she was coming back, and that's why they took the title off her and put it on Charlotte. I know that was one of the reasons that played into it was her going back over to Australia. So her being back now, they're just gonna build her up to be this monster. She's gonna have the big payoff match with Raquel Gonzalez at some point.
Mm-hmm. Then they're gonna smash each other's buttholes.
I'll be there with them, like fart.
Cheetos.
Dude, don't ever try Raquel Gonzalez. She's so sexy.
I do like halfway through the match though. The cool submission that Robert Stone and Aaliyah did put on, where Stone had the Boston Crab, and
they
Aaliyah
came back from
prostate.
break. They came back from break with that, and what kind of pissed me off is you could tell the referee was like, "We're out of break, time to go home," and then you can kind of see the build up to that. So it was kind of interesting.
Did you also notice? Did you notice that they were pumping crowd noise in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
they've been doing that since the greatest match ever.
Oh, okay. I see. And all I heard was like in the background, like just fans, like fake fans, like, ah, yeah. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Am I watching the movie Major League right now?
You know, I'm WWE's kind of pissing me off lately, man, and I haven't kept up with. I don't know about you, but I haven't kept up with Raw or SmackDown at all.
My boy Heath Slater's back.
Yes, and they're debuting a new title tonight. They're debuting a new title. Well, not new, but redesigned United States Championship. So that bad boy is getting retired. I'm bringing in the new one ASAP.
Oh gosh, jerk my wiener.
Call me daddy. So this match for me, honestly, dude, this match got 2.5 stars from me. I love Rhea Ripley, but this was just a bad match, and they tried to fight through it. They tried to get through it, and I wasn't held on. I wasn't impressed.
I give it 2 3/4. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. You know.
All right, what you got?
Next we got is promo on with Roddy Strong, where he talks about his Lumis situation. I thought it was a pretty cool promo. It was very well done.
Was it really a promo, or was it just the intro to the match?
I called it a promo.
I was thinking about it, but I didn't. I just put Strong versus Lumis strap match.
Look, I just lumped them all together, okay? Because there were 17 promos on the show and
5 matches.
Yeah. 5 matches.
That is where AEW. So we have a checklist, everybody, and a checklist gets drawn down the middle, and we go AEW, NXT, AEW, NXT. NXT won the commercial thing. I like how they did limited commercials throughout the whole show. The main event was commercial free. So
no, that's NXT, not AEW.
God damn it, Chris! I keep fucking it up. NXT got limited commercials. They had the commercial free main event. They got that check mark. AEW got the check mark.
Here's Jim with the fucking checklist.
AEW got the check mark for AEW got the check mark for better show put on. And when
I'm just writing numbers on a paper. I'm just writing numbers on a paper.
That's it. I'm done. I'm so done with you. Aren't we supposed to be doing another show? Aren't we supposed to be just doing like a topic show?
I got you to pop. Yeah, let's talk about The Office. There we go.
There you go. We'll probably do better than Cam's stupid show. I hate Jenna Fisher.
Yeah,
that bitch.
What we do is, I think what you're saying, instead of a checklist, we do a Venn diagram. You have AEW on one side, NXT on one side. See what they do good or what they do bad, and then what they both do good at the same time. And like you said, NXT with the limited commercials, and everything like that. AEW with the hashtags, and everything. But I think AEW had better matches, maybe not as good storylines, to where NXT had the good storylines, but not as good matches.
I almost feel like AEW is more along, and correct me if I'm wrong, or not. Yeah, AEW is more along the lines of ECW. Their storylines don't really get put together too well, and they kind of just go out there and fight. Not saying people interfere, not saying things, but you understand what I'm saying. Old school ECW, there wasn't really a lot of storylines except for like Jerry Lynn and RVD. Other than that, you just had.
No,
you're
you
like,
must
all right,
not have
then-
watched. You must not have watched ECW then.
I mean, I did, but it just felt like a lot of shit was just thrown together.
No way, man. No, you had before, I would say about 95, 96, they had the longest feud. Kind of like, the only way I can describe it is like 97 when Sting won and Hogan, and they didn't touch until Starrcade. They went a whole year without having a match. Sabu and Taz had that from 95 to 96 that they didn't touch. They would just get face to face, and then they would get broken up.
Yeah.
It was like the biggest storyline. They were supposed to headline Barely Legal, the first pay-per-view, and Paul Heyman wanted them to go on second to last. And Taz and Sabu did not like that.
Oh,
They
no,
were like,
not at all.
look, we've been pushing this storyline for a year and a half, and we're not getting,
Who would they
main
want on
card.
last that night?
They went, that's when Terry Funk won the belt.
Oh, gotcha.
But the problem I compare NXT to ECW. Here's why. Last night, we're gonna go through the card. Okay, I'm not gonna say wins or losses. Okay, but first match you had a fatal 4-way elimination match. Third match you have a handicap match. Fourth match you have a strap match. Fifth match and last one, you have a non-title match. You have so many stipulations on the card.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's why I think they're compared to ECW more than what AEW is. The only real one true wrestling match is the Timothy Thatcher and Lorcan match.
Well, one thing that's bugged me about ECW a lot was I felt like there was always like a match would break out within a match, and it's like, what the fuck?
Well, because that's
Two
what
guys.
they wanted. They wanted to be unscripted.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what you got. You'd have a match with, you say Taz and Sabu, and then next thing you know, Blue World Order and 3D are running fucking out there fighting each other, and then all of a sudden that dies away, and then that match goes back together.
Well, Paul Heyman talked about it. He said that, if you went to a bar and you got into an argument with a guy at a bar, you go outside and you handle it. So, like, what he tried to the environment that he wanted to do was, if there was a match going on and it just finished, but in storyline theory, if I have a problem with somebody in the back, they're going to spill out. There's not going to be any time. It's just they're going to go right then and there.
Yeah.
So let's get into this Roddy Strong match. My first note I wrote on it is Roddy's shirt must be brand new. He still has the holographic sticker on it. And a strap-on Roddy chant starts. Strap-on Roddy chant.
I'm going to let you repeat it one more time.
Strap-on Roddy chant.
A little more seductive this time.
Strap-on Roddy. Motherfucker.
I knew he was coming. There's Jimmy. What's up, Jimmy?
Hey, Roddy, you want to fuck? Hey, Roddy, you want to fuck my wife after the Big Show, motherfucker? Give her that extra man.
Dude, I stopped because I respect Jim Cornette and I want him on the show one day. Jesus Christ.
God damn. Those women, that women in the
Jim,
first
I
match,
love you,
they're all
Jim.
a bunch of midgets. They're all a bunch of midgets in that first match, motherfucker.
I love you, Jim. Please do not let this man make you feel a certain way about the WNW.
Do you guys have a Wendy's by you? I'm fucking hungry.
All right, so with Strong versus Loomis, Loomis again coming out with the forearm thing and that crawling thing that he does. Just
Awesome.
amazing. He looks great doing it.
And I love his entrance. I love that fucking psychedelic, like, Titantron, the music. I think that's so dope. And the eyes never move off the screen. That's the crazy thing.
And as he's walking down, dude, he's just staring at Roddy the whole time, dude. He's just like,
Killer.
Looking at
It's a
Roddy.
killer gimmick. Killer fucking gimmick. I love it.
They're doing great with it. I remember if you go back to episode, I believe 2 or 3, we were discussing NXT one night, and I told you I was like, I don't get the Dexter Loomis character. I'm not a fan
And
of
I
it.
told you, I was like, man, it's a good one. It's a
And
good
man, it really stepped up. I enjoy watching. When they say Dexter Loomis, I'm like, fuck, my phone's down. I'm like, shut up, dog. I'm trying to watch it.
Well, you know what's great is he hasn't had to change characters.
He was that same character in Impact.
Yep, Braxton Sutter.
He makes that character really well.
Yeah.
Where's
Okay,
he from? Wyoming?
Yes.
Wyoming.
Waycross, Wyoming. Yep.
White Claws, Wyoming. All right, so
Yeah, Waycross. Hard seltzer. Hard seltzer,
that's-
Wyoming.
That's where all the fucking serial stalker killers come from.
Okay, here's my biggest thing. We talked about it before we started recording. Is I think the straps should have had some kind of buckle on them, because what bothered me is every time they were whipped into the corner or a move was going to happen, they had to hold the strap in their hand.
Yeah, that was an
So
issue for me.
their hand didn't slide out. Because if you remember, like in the 70s and the 80s, with bull rope matches or anything like that, they were locked around their wrist.
Yeah.
And I think that was cool, because they had the old style fashion, like you would pull it through, put a buckle through, and then
Dude, give me a fucking dog collar match, bro. Give me around the fucking neck.
You can't do that in 2020. Can't do that in 2020, sir.
Bondage isn't cool anymore.
Thanks a lot, Bin Laden.
I thought you were gonna say Benoit. I thought you were gonna say Benoit for some reason.
Hang around for the next joke.
So is he.
Motherfucker.
Do you think Benoit banged Cornette's wife?
Yeah, as Owen Hart was holding the boom mic from up in the sky.
I have no comments on Owen Hart. Again, I'm sober, so I'm gonna keep them to myself. If I wasn't sober, y'all would hear my comments on Owen Hart.
Hey, do you think when Owen Hart was falling from this guy, he yelled Kobe?
No, he yelled, "Look out!" That's so fucked up. I was talking about that today with somebody. With somebody. Go. No, he was yelling, "Look out!" Apparently, that's what Jim Cornette says. I don't know. I don't know if that's believable. I don't know how true it is.
Exactly. Right.
But I mean,
everyone judged me because of my fucking marital status.
And I almost believe Cornette because he started crying when he was talking about it. So I don't know, maybe not. But anyway.
I mean, come on. I mean, I'd be crying too if everyone just found out that I'm a cuckold.
Don't take my fucking joke. There were some good spots in this match with the strap match. They were using the strap a lot, which was cool. I like that. However,
there were some bad spots, by the way.
But the Olympic slam from Roddy onto the ground on the Loomis, dude, that Olympic slam was nice. He pulled it off really well. It was a good little spot.
But let's go 2 minutes before that. 2 minutes before that, when they first went out to the outside, when Loomis pulled them over the steel steps, why didn't Roddy go into him? Why did he plant and then land on the floor and then sell the back? See what I'm saying?
That's physics.
No. If you're pulling somebody, he could just. It would have been more believable if he pulled it into the shoulder into the steel steps. So what they did was they were shot it from behind. So what he did was they pulled him, and he put his hand on the top of the step, pivoted off, then jumped and landed on the floor and hurt his back. Like
So the beginning of the match, remember he was yoking Roddy. Roddy was on the outside. Loomis was in the ring and kept yoking Roddy. And Roddy was like Shawn Michaels selling it during the Hulk Hogan match at SummerSlam 2006, where he was yoking him and Roddy was just throwing himself into the ring. Like he looked good doing it.
Also, the second problem I had with it is when they go up to the stage, and Loomis goes to open the trunk, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Roddy's on top of the stage, and he's pulling him with the strap, and he's kicking him, and they get caught up in the lights.
Did they? I thought they did. It looked like it.
Yeah, because after when they moved, they had both of them had to lift the strap over the light. I'm like, oh my gosh, come on, guys!
Yeah.
You're
This is why I hate
professionals.
strap matches. This is why I'm
you're
not a fan of strap matches.
professionals.
This is why the strap match was on my worst gimmick matches.
They should have had a strap on match.
Strap on Rod.
Can you imagine if they had a strap on match and they were just hooked at the midsection with like a 24-inch dildo?
And they were just like refilling midair.
Yeah, like just cock dock.
Do you know what refilling in midair means for that?
Yeah, they cock dock.
Yeah. Do you know how that works?
No, because I've never experienced it. But please, Jimmy, tell us.
One has to be uncircumcised, and he wraps the foreskin around the other one's feet. I've been to college.
Oh, damn, motherfucker.
Have you been canceled? Well, I'm getting a fucking letter from YouTube like, sir, your show is canceled. We are done with your shit. Yo, Tekashi 6ix9ine can have a stupid ass song out, then I can have my weird ass podcast.
Hey, I'm just letting you know. Like, I guarantee you're gonna talk about refueling, and we're gonna get like 8,000 views.
So anyway, the one guy who's uncircumcised takes the skin.
I'll put that as the keyword. The keywords when people go to Google search us. I'm just put refueling.
Refueling in midair. So anyway, this match, Bobby Fish makes his presence
Hashtag
known.
cuckold.
Trips up Loomis, and then Loomis does his thing where Bobby Fish kind of jumps in the ring and tries to go after Loomis, but Loomis like pushes Roddy back, and they kind of both use. And the thing I didn't like about that is Roddy, you could see kind of set up for it too.
Yeah,
he yoked the strap. Like, what the fuck, man? Why'd you yoke it, dude? Why'd you do that to your own boy?
It's like they're playing a fucking limbo. Like, and he was like, "Ooh."
The seed is being planted for Roddy to get out of UE. See, actually, I think the seed is being planted thanks to someone on Instagram that Adam Cole is moving up. Roddy is going to be kicked out of the UE, and then you're just going to end up with Red Dragon back together.
Yeah.
With Fish and O'Reilly by themselves.
Dude, how awesome would this be? Triple H, I know you're watching, but how awesome would this be if they start like a new trios, Karrion Kross, Dexter Loomis, and a reborn again Roddy Strong?
No. You keep Karrion Kross by himself.
No way.
Keep Karrion Kross by himself.
No way, because you know why? Because he's getting run out of the title picture. So you might as well have.
No, he's not.
Tag title.
No, he's not. Just because some jackass like Cameron Grimes comes on and cuts a promo and calls himself the number one contender, going high to the sky, baby. Cameron Grimes, woo! That doesn't mean anything, Chris. Stop thinking it's real. It doesn't mean anything. William Regal is not going to allow that to happen. Cameron Grimes is the self-proclaimed number one contender. I didn't want to get to this part yet because we have another great promo before this, which I needed to discuss. But if you really want to get into it, we'll make the jump. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So, where does Loomis versus Strong rank on your ratings? Because I have a problem here. And my problem is every time there is a match stipulation, the commentators, stupid ass Mauro Ranallo, Beth Phoenix, and face fucking Todd Phillips, or Todd face fucking Phillips. Do you remember that tweet he sent out? I can't wait to face fuck the shit out of you later.
Yeah.
As he's
on the airplane. Yeah.
Fucking jackass.
He looked like he just farted sitting in the middle seat.
Dude, seriously. Every time there's a match that has a stipulation, they always bring up the greatest match for that stipulation. They're like, are we going to live up to that tonight? No, we're not going to live up to that.
Wahoo McDaniel. Wow, come on. No one saw Wahoo McDaniel and Jimmy Garvin from the 70s?
Dude.
Wahoo McDaniel is Vince McMahon's favorite football player of all time.
I thought it was Steve Mondo McMichael.
Oh, God. Do you follow that Twitter account where, like, what did Mongo do this time?
No.
You have to follow. It's all of his botches.
Really?
Yes.
How
It's
many
all
are
gifts
there?
of his, probably like 100,000.
Jesus, the guy only had like 8 matches.
And number one was his marriage. It's kind of weird.
Jeez. So then we had a Lee. So Loomis wins with the silence. Silence.
Whew.
It's not really a choke. It's really a weird move. I don't know. It reminds me of the GTS.
Well, no,
Not the GTS. The what's the other one that he used to do? That Punk used to do.
the Cobra Lock. It was like the Cobra
that thing where he
Python or something like that.
Yeah, whatever it was.
I think it would be it would look more real if it wasn't applied with a strap.
Yeah, the strap kind of got in the fucking way about it. Yeah. Definitely.
Because you could see Roddy was holding it and he was talking to him like, "Okay, don't put it so tight."
Yeah. Not like my wife.
But again, that is camera work because the camera was shot from the apron, like going down. If it was shot on the floor, it would sell a little bit better.
You don't believe it or not, but you and Jim Cornette have a lot in common. And yes, you do. I think if you watch, because he says the same shit. He said the same thing. He said the camera work in NXT has been trash lately, and you're agreeing with him.
I said it first because I said it weeks ago. So
all right.
He's watching this show.
Son of a bitch.
You ready for this? You ready for this? He's copying me on how I copy his voice.
Motherfucker.
Suck it, motherfucker.
All right. So then we have a Lee versus
Lick
Cole
that
promo.
pussy, motherfucker.
Here's my problem with Lee versus Cole. Jesus Christ. Why are you so vulgar? Here's my problem with the Lee versus Cole promo.
Damn.
Why is Keith Lee talking like he's being told what to say?
Because he is. He's never good on the mic. He's never good on the mic.
You mean the BBC isn't good in front of the camera?
No, it's like a solar eclipse.
Sarah J loves that. Jesus Christ.
A whole bunch of black eyes.
Black guys or black eyes?
Well, both.
So Lee versus Cole, Lee.
No, but in all seriousness, though, I mean, we watched him in ROH. We watched him in Evolve. He wasn't good on the mic. He's just, I mean, when he was on ROH, his tag team partner was Shane Taylor. He talked on the mic all the time. Because Lee was just the big guy, that powerhouse, and he didn't have to talk. But he's not a good promo guy. And first off, you put him in a talking promo, and then you have Adam Cole, who's probably one of the best in the mic in the past 5 years. In the same promo, of course, it's gonna shit on him.
Yeah, it did look good, but we all know who wins that match.
Thanks, Snapchat.
No spoilers.
Thanks, Snapchat.
If it hasn't been spoiled already, but Adam Cole.
It was spoiled like milk.
Adam Cole was on Twitch the other day, and he was playing a video game, and I saw the video of it, and he comes on and says, "All right, guys, I gotta go. I just got a call. I gotta go reshoot some stuff for some stupid reason." So it's a little interesting now what they're doing with that. So next we have Candice LeRae and Gargano bitching how it was a 3-on-1 match. They wouldn't fight fair. They all attacked LeRae. And then Candice LeRae spots Mia Yims. I guess that's what I thought right away too. And goes to attack her, and they get into it. And the king of Swerve, Shane Strickland, is in the house. Now, here's my issue with this. And you kept talking about short people all show. Every fucking referee and personnel that stepped in between them was taller than everybody.
Yeah.
Except for Shane Strickland.
It's like WCW in the mid-90s. You had these like quote-unquote big guys, but then you have Nick Patrick as the referee, and he's like 7'2".
Oh, man.
But first off,
that's counting Nick Patrick.
Okay, first off, if you're gonna have if you're gonna try to plant the seeds for something with Gargano and Swerve, don't have Swerve in street clothes, and don't have his head wrapped up in a beanie.
I almost had a hard time figuring out who it was.
And one of the notes in one of my notes, I typed out. I was like, okay, Gargano's going to get in a scuffle with a homeless guy because
Yeah,
I didn't know. I
I
didn't know
didn't
who it
realize
was.
it was Strickland. Yeah, same. I didn't realize it was Strickland. So that was a little issue for me. But Gargano and Swerve get into it. And this is going to kind of pull Johnny Gargano away from all that. I thought Gargano's next major feud was going to be Finn Balor. But I
Yeah.
guess I was wrong there. I thought that would have made sense. Him and Finn Balor. Finn Balor's kind of the reason that Gargano's on this kind of heel turnish, dickhead move. So I thought that's where that was going to go, but unfortunately not. So it looks like we're getting the King of Swerve, Shane Strickland, who used to ride in on motorcycles and do promos on motorcycles, and now that's gone.
Now he's coming to the aid of somebody else's wife.
Yeah. What?
There's a cuckold here.
Dude, she's just like, give me all the BBCs you can handle.
Oh my gosh, what happens if they become a tag team?
The BB Club. The BBC.
No, they can't use the BBC because of the fact that that's a British channel.
Is it? Well, he
Yeah,
already
BBC.
uses BBC as his fucking whatchamacallit. Oh, BBC is the one who gave us The Office.
Yes, the original Office, yes.
That is right. I forgot about that. So here we're gonna move into the next promo. Yes, there's another promo, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, it's an in-ring promo.
This is an in-ring promo with Phantasma and
Orgasmo.
Yeah, their promo is on how luchas are more than just guys doing flips with masks, and they're here to prove that. And they're here to move up and show the world who luchas really are. Phantasma came from Lucha Underground,
Right.
so that was
He's King Cuerdo.
yes.
Cuerdo. Yeah, King Cuerdo, yeah.
Queerdo.
Yeah, I called him Cuerdo. Yeah, I called him Cuerdo.
So it's Del Caro Phantasma, I believe it is, or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's now their stable name.
Yeah, that's their stable name. But here's my problem, though, is his name is now, he's already come out and said he's Santos Escobar. But when the ring announcer announced him, it still calls him Phantasma.
I think they're just announcing the group.
Okay.
I think that's what they're doing. They're announcing the group. But here's my issue. Maverick comes out trying to get a hold, and I even wrote Maverick coming out trying to get a hold of Phantasma.
See?
Yeah, you're right. Fuck. So here's my issue. Breezango comes out for the save for Maverick. If you want to push El Del Toro Del Taco Phantasma to the top,
Yeah, just go with it.
you don't do that with Breezango.
Mm-hmm.
A different team should have came to Maverick's aid. No disrespect to Breezango.
Like those two Samoan guys.
That would have been interesting. That would have been real interesting.
I wrote that down in my notes.
Or if you really want to go with it, you bring AOP back down and have them align with Maverick, and that kind of pushes Phantasma to the top a little better and more main eventish. Because whenever they're fighting Breezango, it's a fucking joke match to me.
I think the reason why they didn't want to bring AOP back is because they already went down that road.
What road?
Drake Maverick, and AOP.
But that's what I'm saying. That would have looked good. That would have been something people recognize.
But why push? Why push AOP who's already over? Why not?
Who are they pushing? Who are they? They're pushing AOP over the edge. What are you talking about? Shut up. No. They're pushing AOP over the edge.
No. Listen. Why push someone they were already over? Why don't you push those Samoan guys? Was it Chinshi, Shih Tzu?
The ones that wear tablecloths to the ring?
Yes.
With that black dude?
Stokely Hathaway.
I thought it was that AMW guy or whatever is the one who made the Kobe joke. Trying to get away like Kobe in a hotel room. You don't remember that on Monday Night Raw? He was with the primetime players for a while, and he made a joke about Kobe raping some white girl, and they fired him the next day. They're like, "Yeah, you're out, pal."
He ain't wrong, so.
Hey, man, rest in peace, my dog.
From downtown.
He's
heating up.
So here's where we move into the promo that Chris could not wait to get into because for some reason he believes it's real. Cameron
This is fucking
Grimes.
stupid.
Cameron Grimes calling himself number one contender. You know what's gonna happen, right? You know what's gonna happen.
It's gonna
I
come
can
out.
already
Cameron
see it.
Grimes has AIDS.
No, Cameron Grimes is gonna come out to the ring one night, and probably next week at some point, and he's gonna declare himself number one contender again, and all this other shit. And he's just an overconfident prick, and that's why I think I really like him a lot. Karrion Kross is gonna come out on Cameron Grimes, attack Cameron Grimes, and then solidify that Karrion Kross is actually the number one contender. I don't see Cameron Grimes being number one contender. That's not how this works. So it's whatever. I don't know. But anyway, after that, we see for next week. Here's another issue I have. There's only 3 matches promoted for next week. Only 3 matches. We had 5 matches tonight, and only 3 are promoted for next week. The 3 that are promoted for next week are the title versus title match. Obviously, is the main event, which we already know who the winner was or is. We'll see if they reshoot that. But then we also find out we have Mia Yim and Candice LeRae in a street fight, which is going to be interesting. And I don't know how that's going to play out because Gargano's going to get involved, and I think that's where Shane Strickland's going to come back and get involved. And Cuckold. And then you have Legado del Toro del Taco Fantasma versus Breezango and Drake Maverick, or as I like to call him, Rockstar Spud.
That's his Switch name.
What do you mean? Rockstar Spud is a Switch? Is it Twitch or Switch?
Twitch.
Twitch name. I thought you said Switch name. I was like, what?
No, Twitch. His Twitch name is Rockstar Spud.
Yeah, I mean that's who he is. That's who I always knew him by. So I think they really lost a spot there with EC3. EC3 and Rockstar Spud should have definitely got back together in WWE. I really think they would have worked well with each other.
Also, you said that you're not following SmackDown or Raw or anything like that. Did you see that Rey Mysterio's done with Monday Night Raw?
Yeah, they kind of dropped the ball there because they wanted that match with him and Dominic going against somebody as a tag match at a WrestleMania, but I don't see that happening now. And from what I'm hearing, there's already the rumor mill that AEW has reached out to Rey Mysterio, offering him a contract.
Offer him saying what he wants, what the WWE couldn't give him.
Yeah. So do we see Booyaka, Booyaka, 619, Booyaka, Booyaka, 619?
Well, you've already seen him once. You've already seen him once in AEW.
What? What do you mean?
He wrestled on the first All In pay-per-view. He was the main event, remember?
Rey Mysterio?
Mm-hmm.
Rey Mysterio wasn't at all.
Okay.
I know I didn't smoke tonight, but what?
It was the Young Bucks and Kota Ibushi versus Rey Mysterio. Was it Bandito? And I can't remember because that's the one where they rushed. They went fast. That was the pay-per-view that Cody beat Nick Aldis for the NWA Championship. It was before it was AEW. The very first pay-per-view.
I don't know. I don't see that anywhere.
Oh my gosh.
No, you keep talking. People like your voice. Go ahead. I'm watching this.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it was definitely all in pay-per-view.
I don't remember Rey Mysterio at AEW. I think you might be thinking of Phoenix.
Nope.
Nope. Don't see it, cuz.
Right here, I'm looking at it right now. It was match 11, 6-man tag, went 11 minutes and 48 seconds. The Golden Elite, which is Kota Ibushi, Matt Jackson, and Nick Jackson, defeated Bandito, Rey Fenix, and Rey Mysterio Jr.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Here you go. I'll show you right here. Look.
Don't do that. We might get hit with something here.
Oh, we're going to get hit because I'm showing you my phone? I mean, we're talking about cuckolds and refueling uncircumcised penises.
Oh, yeah, he was. That's really weird. I don't remember this at all. Do
I
not
told
remember
you.
this at all. I didn't even remember Bandito being in AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. All right, but this was before they got big in AEW, right?
This was before it was actually AEW. This is when it was Cody, Kenny Omega, and the Jacksons just put it on by themselves.
Mhm.
Because literally right after that, like I would say about 2 months after that, WWE was signed Rey Mysterio to a contract again.
That kind of reminds me of when Andre made the jump to what was that company called? It was some bullshit company. Andre made a jump for like a week, and then the very next week he was back on
Oh,
WWF.
UWF. UWF.
UWF. That was it. And then the title was the greatest thing because he made the title so it said "FU" whenever they held it up.
Mhm.
I remember that. All right. So anyway, so the next match we jump into our main event of the evening: Io Shirai versus Sasha Banks in a non-title match, which I was confused because I thought this was a title match the whole time going in. But no, this was a non-title match.
It's another stipulation,
And what was the stipulation?
non-title.
Is there really a stipulation though?
Yeah.
All right, I guess.
I mean, first off, if you're the champion and you're in a headline, I mean, hold on, I'm going off of what you say. If you're going on last, shouldn't the belt go on last?
Yep, you're right.
Okay, I'm just saying. So this is a stipulation then.
Yeah. So I did like how Sasha came out. She came out very old school, very Sasha Banks in NXT. It always reminds me of Brooklyn Takeover. I remember her coming out in the Escalade, which was that entrance always sticks out to me. I don't know why. It was, it was one of the best. It was probably honestly one of the greatest matches I've ever seen. Was her and Bailey. That match was amazing at Brooklyn Takeover. Was that Brooklyn too?
It wasn't the best match I've ever seen. I mean, Mike
It was a
Awesome
great match. It could have got match of the year 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Masato Tanaka and Mike Awesome at One Night Stand, ECW One Night Stand is probably one of the
Mike
better
Awesome
matches
was a
I've.
fucking prick, and that guy, I'm sorry, that guy going in the dirt was probably the best thing that ever happened to wrestling.
I don't care, but
Piece of shit.
that match at One Night Stand in 2005 was, I mean,
Is that where he's just dropping off the fucking top rope with chairs to the fucking head?
yes.
Dude, that guy was a fucking piece of shit. I'm sorry. Him and Shane Douglas are the exact same for me. Anyway, so Sasha comes out in a 2014 Jack. What? I'm sorry. I don't like Mike Awesome, and I did not like Shane Douglas.
Like you.
What?
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 Don't fucking try me, Chris. Chris, don't you do it. I'll give you one of these. I'll give you one of those. That's why I think of Mike Awesome. Okay? Did you hear it? Did you hear it? Now my microphone smells like shit. Did you hear it? Did it sound good? I want to know what minute we're at. So I can find it.
It sounded like you shit your pants.
That's what I think of Mike Awesome. All right.
Motherfucker.
All right. So
Goddamn, sound like my wife's pussy fur.
I put for some reason it typed out measle drop kick, but the missile drop kick.
It makes it better.
The measle drop kick looked great by Shirai. She came off the top rope. She flexed all the way. She looked good doing it. She does a good drop kick.
She's Japanese and he sends a measle drop kick.
Can we focus on the show, please? People are watching. They're like, you idiots, shut up and get on with it.
Can you imagine if she's doing the measle drop kick and she just yells, Kamikaze?
Oh my God, Chris, our show is never taking off.
Bonsai!
All right, so there were spots in this match. This overall was a decent. Can we get into this, Chris? Jesus, please. I'm here.
You fucking farted in the fucking mic.
Just set the whole thing off. I see that.
Oh, God.
All right, so refocus.
Yeah. Yeah, let's refocus. Let's refocus, okay? Into the great match. Bailey honks a car horn.
Dude, that was one of the spots I had. Bailey honked the car horn. However, the reversal had already taken place before she hit the horn. And more or less, it distracted Sasha. Sasha's like, what the fuck is that?
I actually thought you replayed the honking of the horn instead of farting into the microphone.
I told you, bro. I fucking hate Mike Awesome. I will fucking fart on my own microphone.
I thought Bailey was in the room with you so that they interrupt to distract me, get my attention.
If Bailey was in the room with me tonight, there'd be more than farting going on.
Yeah, it should be farting out of those cheeks.
Jesus Christ. Did you see her in white pants? Did you? What the fuck was that? You gotta make sure the camera's on you first before you do that so people can see what you're saying. Dude, Bailey's ass looked amazing in white pants. I would rape her. Sorry, I meant Sammy Guevara. I'm giving a shout out to Sammy. Are we done? Is it over? No, come back.
The feds just knocked on the door. Sorry.
Dude, I was giving a shout out to Sammy Guevara, man. I miss that guy. Do you think when she's doing matches now, she's just like, I bet Sammy's watching this?
She's playing to the crowd.
There's only one man in her crowd. Her boyfriend is butt ass ugly, so I know Sammy Guevara.
By the way, it's husband.
I don't care. That guy is.
Oh my gosh, we're going off the rails here. We're going off the rails.
Dude, I might about do a rail.
So Banks tries the bank statement, but Shirai
now you want to
doesn't.
get fucking serious? Now you want to get into this match? I've been trying to get into this match for the past 10 minutes, you prick.
You farted into the mic. You started it. Oh, I did want to talk about the spot in this match. Not just the honking of the horn, but did you see when Shirai tried to do the German suplex, but Sasha jumped?
Banks like landed on her head.
Oh my god! I thought she broke her neck.
I did too.
She broke her neck.
I had that note here somewhere.
Dude,
Yeah, she went for her belly to the back.
Shirai didn't want to lift her at first, and then Banks wasn't ready, so she just jumped herself. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, Shirai with the belly to the back, and Sasha tried to do a backflip, caught on the top of the head. Here's a problem for me. Every time Banks kind of got a little bit of offense in, Shirai just jumped back up. Right. And that was my problem. Banks had the bank statement on, and Shirai pretty much no-sold the whole thing, escaped.
Doesn't tap.
Stop.
Yep.
Doesn't pretend to tap. Doesn't be like, oh my god, am I gonna tap? No. Just roll out, double stomp, and it's like, okay, did the bank statement have zero effect on her? Because if so, then Sasha needs a whole new finisher.
Yeah, and then you skip forward in the match. Banks goes to the top rope for a frog splash. Shirai moves and locks in the crossface. Bailey distracts ref, hits Shirai. Asuka appears from under the ring and sprays mist in Banks' face. Shirai hits moonsault on Banks' back for the win. My last note of the night. Asuka is thicker than a Snickers.
Dude, you haven't noticed that before? Jesus.
No, I haven't. No, I think she's gotten thicker since last time I seen her.
Well, she's eating for two. Her and Becky are having a baby.
Yeah.
So that's not Seth's child. That's not Seth's child. That's Asuka's kid.
You fuck on me?
I'm about to spit out my fucking water, man. Jesus Christ. You fuck on me? You reminds me of little Andy Park from Beer Pong. You remember Andy Park, this little Asian kid that we hang out with?
Oh, you fuck on me? I get you pregnant?
But no, yeah, there was a couple spots there. Again, the no selling really bothered me from Io Shirai. Are you still on the fart? No, it's over, man. It's over. But yeah, so there was good spots and bad spots throughout the whole night. There was Io Shirai did an amazing Frankensteiner that launched and Banks sold the shit out of it, and she threw it across that ring.
Mm-hmm.
It looked good. That Frankensteiner looked nice. The problem is Io Shirai's all of 5'5", and it just doesn't look convincing whenever she tries anything.
Right.
It's like an Asian Marco stunt in there.
Oh, come on. That's my boy Marco.
Dude, fuck Marco stunt and fuck you. Are you kidding me?
That's not nice.
Dude, I hope Lance Archer gets a hold of him and breaks his fucking neck.
Shut your pie hole.
So Asuka came out and inner tapped her inner fucking Tajiri.
Inner tapped.
Hit her with hit her with the green mist. And pretty much I'm done with this fucking podcast. I'm finished. Oh. This is what you get. You've earned this. I try to keep them hidden from you, but you know what? You deserve this.
Hold on. Breaking
Are you
news.
getting in breaking news?
Oh my god. You might want to keep that U.S. title, by the way.
Why?
Ready for it? Can you see it?
No, it's not focusing. It's not focusing. I'll have to look it up. Does it look bad? That's not how this works, Chris. You can't just tap your screen.
Look, there you go.
Oh, that looks weird. That looks weird. Not a fan of that.
So which one looks better, TNT or this one? Unfinished one or this one?
Dude, the TNT title looks like complete jack shit.
Wait till you see this one. It looks like the eagle on the front of it either has eyes, like giant diamond eyes, or balls around its belly button.
Mysterio is still on Raw.
Yeah.
He's just
That's 'cause
wrestling
Raw's
without a
taped.
contract. Yeah, he's just
Raw's
wrestling
taped.
without a contract.
Well, no, Raw's taped, so it's from a week ago or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but it says now he is fighting Seth Rollins at Extreme Rules.
Well, I think Extreme Rules was taped this past weekend.
Oh, well, they're just trying to get the best out of him, I guess. So his eye looks weird now because they got like that thing over it, like the dark like shadow thing over his right eye. It looks weird.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that is NXT Gab. Look, ladies and gentlemen, look, I know this wasn't the greatest show. We agree with you. However, I have, you know, we saw who the winner is of Keith Lee already, and Adam Cole. But like Ty said, they're running a sloppy shop,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just getting sloppy over there. I think.
Why do you let your fans in? Why? This is my biggest thing. Okay, I'm gonna go off.
Well, it wasn't a fan. It was an NXT wrestler.
No,
it was
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting to. Okay, AEW's coming out and they've already said that they're letting 60 fans in to Daly's place.
How do we get tickets?
You can't. It's only sponsors, friends and family. Sponsors, friends and family, and then it's crews, friends and family. So it's 30 each. The sponsors, friends and family, they sit in the middle tiers, whatever. They have to get screened to get in. To where the wrestlers, friends and family, they don't have to get screened. But here's my thing, though. If you're taping something, don't allow your employees, friends and family, or sponsors to take pictures or video. Like, take their phones. Or if you see their phone out, facing the ring, kick them out.
Is this it? Is that the new U.S. title? Oh,
No.
Okay. I was about to say, that looks like an IC championship. Oh, that would have looked dope.
Nope, that's not it.
That would have looked good. That's like the UK championship.
Let me see it. Can you get close? Can I get?
No, dude. Just send it to me.
Okay. It's terrible, buddy. You're going to be very upset, and you're going to sell off all your belts.
No, I'm never going to sell my belts.
Yeah, you are.
I actually have my Bray Wyatt plates coming in for this beautiful baby right here. Can you see that?
I'm getting my Mike Awesome belts coming in.
Hold on. I was going for another fart. It didn't work. I almost myself.
All right, I want to see your reaction when you look at this. So look at it.
I'm looking at it now. Oh, what in the dog shit is that?
Told you.
What is that? That looks absolutely horrible. All right, I can't support this show anymore.
It doesn't it look like the eagle has like balls around its like belly button?
Yeah, what the fuck?
The TNT belt unfinished looks better than that.
Yeah, calm down. Yeah, I don't get it. I'm sorry. So there was actually a poll the other day on the US title, which one looked the best. And it literally came it literally came down to that one there and the original WCW US title. And this one actually won in the polls. This one won, which I was very surprised because that original WCW title for the United States, it looked good. It looked very clean, very well cut, very put together very well. So I'm all about championships. Obviously, I'm a loser that way. But yeah, between that and the TNT, I'm gonna have to say TNT. Bro, I swear to God. One more time. One more time. That's all you have, Chris. One more time before you got to find yourself a new co-host. Maybe you can call him.
One more time. We're going
to celebrate. So next week, we have the final night of the Great American Bash and Fyter Fest. And then the following week is when we finally get the payoff for Mox versus Cage, which they are going to take that title off of Mox. I have a strong feeling that title is going to Cage, and he will become the longest reigning AEW champion. He's going to hold that title for a long time. It is what Cage deserves. I think Cage has earned it. And with Taz as a mouthpiece, here's my issue with it. And we should have got into it the other day with Fyter Fest. Taz is in the forefront and Cage is in the background. If they shot it from a different camera angle, you can have Taz in the background and Cage in the forefront. It would look so much more dominating. It really would. And I think that's something they have to learn, because if you could fit Paul Heyman's fat ass behind Brock Lesnar, you can fit Taz's big ass behind Brian Cage. There's not a huge difference there.
Let me tell you, my good sir.
You can't see me, son.
Let me tell you, my good sir, this is my beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar. And I am his advocate, Paul Heyman.
So, Chris, let's get into this, man, because people want to know. I want to know. Are we doing a new show? Can you squeeze us in for one more night in your schedule? I know when I asked you to do this, I said one night a week. And now we're at 2.
I'm talking. Right.
What?
I got to talk to my agent to see if I can work out a better contract. My agent represents Patrick Mahomes, so.
If you can get 10 years, $450 million, holla at me, dog. Let me borrow a couple thousand. Yo, that fucking guy got paid today, dog. That guy got fucking paid.
He wakes up this morning looking like Kermit the Frog, and he goes to sleep like fucking Prince.
Dude, he is going to be one of the first NFL players to become probably a billionaire.
Well, you know what's crazy? I know we're getting off topic here, but it's crazy is he still has 2 years left on his contract, so he's going to make $12.2 million next year or this year, and then $13 next year, and then his new contract kicks on. By the time he finishes 12 years, it's going to be like $430 million.
Yeah, his new contract he's going to be like $38 million a year.
I can tell you how it breaks down.
With endorsements and everything, he's going to be a fucking billionaire at one point.
No, it's not. Not this is not including endorsements. It is. It's going to be Patrick Mahomes will make $450 million over the next 10 years. That's $45 million a year, 3.75 every month, 937,000 every week, 31,000 a day, $521 an hour. That's $8.60 a minute.
I feel like I can make $8 a minute.
If that was my sex life, I'd only have $18.
Once these shirts take off, we're making all the money, baby. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for tonight. Catch us for our next episode. We will be reviewing Great American Bash number 2, night 2 first this week.
Okay.
Following Fighter Fest night 2. I will not be reviewing the Puppy Bowl. I must tell you now, that is not going to happen. I do not support it. I don't care what kind of cause it's for. It's a joke.
That's
Man? This is the same guy
I
who
wanted to review it. And I mean, I'll just get the British Bulldogs to review it or the Dog-Faced Gremlin to.
Yeah, get Pepper. See how Pepper's doing nowadays.
Tastes like steak.
Is it a little peppery for you? All right. Anyway, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you coming out tonight. Thanks for hanging out with us. We will see you guys next week. Say bye, Chris.
Bye, Chris.
Say bye, Jim.
Goddamn, motherfucker.